Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sun, Moon, and Stars Tarot. I'm here to give a message for the collective for today. Today is a full moon day, and I figured I'd pull some full moon cards. So today we are going to pull from 4 different decks for the Oracle. And if you want to come back to my channel, I will be doing a reading as well, but I will keep it in a separate part. So we're going to have part 1 of 2 and part 2 of 2. But right now we're just going to be doing oracles. So I will be reading from the Chakra Reading book by Rachel Charman. I will be reading from Moonology, Oracle cards. I will be reading from Queen Moon Oracle. And I was called to this one as well. Light Worker Oracle. This one's new to me. So let's see what messages God has for us, for the collective, the angels, spirit guides, archangels. I've kind of pre-shuffled, but I will shuffle again. I'm going to start with the chakra. Let's start with the chakra. God, Holy Spirit, archangels, spirit guides, ancestors. What messages do you have for us? What messages do you have for the collective today, Holy Spirit, archangels, ancestors, spirit guides, Holy Spirit, God? What messages do you have for us for the collective today on this full moon? What messages do we need to know today, Holy Spirit, archangels, ancestors, spirit guides? Oh, there we go. We got it. Bottom of the deck, inspiration. So something's about to happen where you're being inspired to go do something or act on something. So let's see what we have here. You know what's funny? I picked this deck up before and I looked at the first card and I pre-shuffled, and this was this card that I saw when I first opened the deck. So I guess this was meant to come out. So some kind of communication, I feel, just by looking at this card, is gonna, some kind of communication you're gonna have with someone is going to put you into that energy of wanting to move away, move fast, and move forward. I feel like possibly even just like maybe work on something. Whatever this communication is going to push you to, it's going to inspire you as well. But let's see what this is about. So we got 21, communication. I'm going to put it down for a minute and then I'll pick it back up. All right, so let's see what 21 is. So I'm going to hold it and then I will read it. You can see that. I got this new gadget I'm using and I hope you can see. So, my candle, I'm going to move my candle. It's a little bit too much lighting there. Let's see. I like the energy of the candle. Okay, so it says, you have called upon this card today to let you know it's an important time for communication. All healthy connections and relationships are built on a solid base of good communication. It is easy to hold back or alter your words in order to prevent hurting someone's feelings. Fear of rejection or the possibility of creating some form of conflict. However, it is important that you share your thoughts and feelings honestly with those around you to build long-lasting, healthy relationships. When you doubt, hinder, or manipulate the flow in communication, this interference blocks the throat chakra and can create a world of suppression and confusion. Holding on to unexpressed thoughts and feelings can lead to pain, confusion, and unhealthy patterns. Take a moment to see if there's anyone in your life you're not communicating effectively with due to fear, rejection, and maybe even unwanted conflict. You are being encouraged at this time to speak up and share your feelings. Communication also means writing your feelings down on paper, which is also good to use. Do what is required to take action. And I just mentioned that you may even like to try some healing and clearing processes on your throat chakra. A few great crystals to work with to clear the chakra are blue lace agate, if I'm saying it right, agate, blue kyanite, and chrysocolla. I've never heard of this stone, so if I said it wrong, sorry. Take some time and space. Excuse me, I never heard of that crystal. I probably haven't. Who knows? Take some time and space yourself. Place the crystal on your throat chakra and breathe in the crystal's energy, helping it to open and clear. Make sure you're communicating from a place of love and compassion and that your delivery is clear and centered. Communication is also about listening. Make sure that as you communicate, you also listen with an open heart and without judgment. As you trust, you will feel a huge weight off your shoulders and a natural healing will occur. You will feel a deeper connection with yourself and those around you. Affirmation: I communicate in all ways with easy and grace. I believe that's all of it. I'll double check. Yep, that's all of it. So, I feel like almost this reading's for me. So what it's saying is here is that there's someone that you need to take action towards, and instead of avoiding this person, you have to face this person. Maybe this person hurt you in the past, and it's saying that you have to face this person. Do I have this too high? Sorry. You have to face this person and try to communicate with this person from a place of love and not being judgmental and not verbally attacking and not throwing, just negativity, comments to hurt the other person. Because in order for you to forgive this person and for them to forgive you, whatever has happened in the past, and to let it go and release it, you need to speak your truth. You need to let that person speak their truth and try to come from a place of love where you're not saying things to hurt the other person because they hurt you, but try to express how you feel without coming from a place of anger. Express how you feel with your words, but not with a sharp tongue. It's almost like the Queen of Swords versus the Queen of Swords in reverse. When you come at someone, don't come from a place, of anger, because there's no resolution in that. You want to come from a place of forgiveness so that they can understand you, they can hear you clearly. You're not throwing attacking words back and forth for each other like a tit for tat, and they're not doing it to you. So in order for you to heal from whatever this is, whoever this person is that hurt you, clear, open communication has to happen. And they're telling you it's time to take action now and speak your truth and speak it with facts. Don't speak it with things that, just to hurt someone else. State how you feel and don't be afraid to tell this person how you feel and why you feel like they hurt you. And then they may express to you why they feel like you hurt them. And then you can open up communication that way where you both understand each other and you can both heal and move forward in your life. That's what I feel this card is about. All right. So my next one popping out here is, we're going to go to the Moonology. That's over here. Let me just move this. I've never really done readings with these decks, but I have them, so. And it is the full moon, so let's do it. Holy Spirit, God, Archangels, Spirit Guides. God, what messages do you have for the collective today? Archangels and Spirit Guides. Holy Spirit, I think I saw a flip. And here we go. Oh, lucky you. You get 2 cards today. Huh? 2 cards. You got me. All right. Take time to breathe out. It's at the bottom of the deck. So I guess it's maybe like breathe out. Like meditate. Breathe. let it out. Whatever it's, obviously there's something that's on your mind about another person that it's time for you to release. Breathe. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Release. Deep breath in and release. That's what I get from this card. I think I need to do that sometimes. It is really hard, to communicate with someone who hurt you from a place of love when you're hurt. But at the end of the day, it's the best way to forgive, to forget, and to move on. Even if you feel like that person doesn't, they're not worthy of your forgiveness, or they don't deserve it. It's not for them, it's for you, so that you can just get over it, say what you have to say, and just release it. That way you're not blocking other areas in your life and blessings because you're so stuck on the past of something that someone hurt you. All right, so let's see what cards we got here. Look at that. I didn't even look at the cards that came out. Guess what it says? Don't let your past hold you back. So whatever this is they're saying that whatever communication that you're being called to take action on with this person of the past who hurt you, the only way you're going to release energetically, see the energy? The only way you're going to release yourself energetically from this person who's got you maybe in your head all the time, because they hurt you so bad you just can't stop thinking about it, and they're telling you now, take action, go, go speak your mind, go tell this person how you feel, do it with respect, do it with clarity, do it with, there's another word, I can't think of it, it'll come to me. Just be respectful, basically, when you come at this person. Don't come from a place of anger, because they will never listen to you, and there will never be a resolution. So it says, don't let your past hold you back. And then the second card that popped out says, conclusions are within reach. So whatever the situation is, it can be resolved. Sometimes you may feel like, I'm never going to get through to this person. This person's never going to understand me. So to me, what it's saying is for you to take a different approach when you talk to this person. Come from a different approach, and then you can find resolution. There is a chance of resolution if you come at it the correct way. Come at it in love. Always come at it. You should always come at everything you speak and say and do in love. And it's sometimes so hard to do when people hurt you, but I get it. I've been in that place many times where your words just fly out, and you just then you're regretful because now you hurt each other even more, and the pain just keeps continuing to linger on and on and on, because the words, once you say them, you can't really take them back. So it's good not to ever really come from a place of hurtful words and trying to hurt someone just to make your point across. Wow, that's deep. So I haven't even read these yet. Let's go. So we have, this one's Moonology. I'm going to hold the book for you again, in case you want to buy the cards and you like it. By Yasmin Boland. Alright, so don't let the past hold you back. I'll hold the card up in 1 minute. Once I find it. Here we go. Oh, wrong one. I might have to just use the don't let pride. What is this? It says South Node. Okay, I'm going to use the dictionary. I don't have time to. I get so impatient sometimes. Page 114 is South Node. This little book has so many pages. Amazing. Alright, I'm going to hold it for you. Okay, so it says, don't let the past hold you back. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but its opposite to the North Node and relates to the past. I'm going to read that again. Sorry. I was actually thinking of something I just said and not reading and understanding. Don't let your past hold you back. South Node. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even to the past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. It suggests that someone you even needs to be released. So you got to release someone, or even you feel like you need releasing, or maybe they want to release you. That there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. Attuned to the moon. I release the past. I want everybody to say that. It's so important. I'm going to say with you. I release the past. A relationship is karmic and has played out across many lifetimes. Your attraction to someone may be verging on the obsessive. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. The South Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going south. On the horoscope chart, it shows us that we are likely to become obsessed with it, but which will probably do us a little or no good. The South Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us of the well-known phrase, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. I actually kind of stated 3 things that I just read on the other cards earlier. So what it's saying here, I'm sorry, just kind of get this out of the way. So what it's saying here is that maybe you're dealing with a relationship that's a karmic relationship at this time, and you're wanting to detach from this person, or they're wanting to detach from you as well, because it became almost like an obsessive, toxic relationship where you're both like constantly obsessing over each other, constantly arguing with each other, constantly fighting with each other, constantly going tit for tat with each other, constantly arguing with each other, and there's no resolution because one person hurts one person and the other person wants to hurt the other person, and then you just keep going back and forth in the same cycle, and it just gets worse and worse and more toxic, and it becomes unhealthy for both parties involved. So like I was saying before, it's trying to tell you, if you don't come at this person at a different approach, you're just going to repeat the cycle. So this part of this person being in your life, which I feel is always divinely orchestrated, that this person was sent here to help you release something, your old ways, your old patterns, something that maybe it could have stemmed from childhood, that you go at every relationship and you go out through life the same way, and this person maybe came here to possibly even mirror you. Sometimes I feel they mirror us, to show us that what it is that we need to work on within ourselves. Like, I feel like a karmic relationship is always a relationship that triggers something within us, and by triggering it, it makes us so angry that at some point, like it makes you sick, because it becomes so toxic in your life that you work on, how can I release this? And part of bringing things to the surface and addressing things that are of negative old patterns and ways of thinking is to bring it to the surface and release it and heal from it and forgive it and move on. So I feel this person, you also do that for this person. You bring their things out that need to be healed, and not everyone's ready for that. Not everyone wants to heal. So sometimes it makes it very difficult when one party's trying to heal and the other party doesn't want to do the work. It's very hard to come from a loving place when you're spiritually ascending and this person is still kind of just doing the same thing. So you need to come at this in a different approach, because your approaches, they're not understanding you, or maybe you're coming at this person with hurtful words that hurt, and maybe this person is just not where you're at. They just don't understand. So, you know, part of bringing these things to the surface is forgiving and letting go, you know, because the more anger you have for someone and the more you think of the past, the more energy and power you give to that person, the more energy you give to those thoughts, and they stop you. Like I said earlier, these things stop you from growing. You know, they throw your whole life path off because your focus is not in the right place. Next card, let's move on. So we got here, conclusions are within reach. I'm gonna go back into the book, put this down for a minute. I wonder if I have something I can hold this with. Let's see. Can you see that? Yeah, cool. All right. It's better than nothing for now. All right, so it says conclusions are within reach. Let's see in the full moon eclipse. So we got a full moon eclipse. There we go. Page 96. Full moon eclipse, and just like that, a door slams shut. If you pull this card, it suggests that the situation you're asking is about to reach a peak or has just done so, and things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, now that is the time, if you're letting go of someone or something, know that it's the right time, as hard as it may be. Forgiving someone for what they did could be key to resolving the situation in a positive way. It doesn't make right what they did, but it releases you so you can move on. I couldn't have said this more enough. What I just said, it's just been reiterated. So it's saying, you know, here, I'll go back. That which is meant for me will not pass by me. Doors which slam shut now will not reopen. It's time for you to get back on track. Forgiveness will set you free of karma. Meditation, pranayama, I don't even know what that is, and yoga nidra are all recommended now. Set control and let events unfold. Never heard of that word, but I understand. It's saying to stop having control. I don't know what kind of word that is, but it's like releasing control and let things happen the way they're supposed to happen in divine order. Full moons are nearly always about climaxes and very often about conclusions. Full moon eclipses are the same, but on steroids. A full moon eclipse can be hard to handle because its portents change, something many of us are uncomfortable with. But change is a part of life, and this card, no matter when you pull it, reminds you of the fact that full moon eclipses can also give us a glimpse into what Carl Jung called the shadow self. Work with your darkness. I want to read this again. Full moons are nearly always about climaxes and very often about conclusions. Full moon eclipses are the same, but on steroids. A full moon eclipse can be hard to handle because its portents change, something many of us are uncomfortable with. But change is a part of life, and this card, no matter when you pull it, reminds you of the fact full moon eclipses can also give us a glimpse into what Carl Jung called the shadow self. Work with your darkness. So it's saying here that it's time to take action towards someone who you feel like you're almost stuck to. It's like a relationship. You know, it could even be a job or family member. I don't always have to be a relationship. Let me make that clear. Most of the time, though, it's a relationship, which I feel here it's a relationship. So it's telling you right now, take action. Go towards this person. Don't run. Don't fear this person. Now's the time for you to communicate. Now's the time for you to forgive. Now's the time for you to set yourself free. Now's your time to close the door to this karmic cycle and to start anew, to start start a new life. And if you don't know how to go about it, it's saying like, actually one of the cards that was at the bottom of the deck, which says, take time to breathe out. I almost feel it was like a meditating energy. And it says it here, meditation. So it's saying if you don't know basically how to go about this, maybe you should meditate on it and let God, let the Holy Spirit, let the archangels, let your spirit guides help you. Let them guide you. If you just ask, you will hear your own inner voice, which is God speaking through you, telling you what you should do about the situation. And to me, the situation is, if you have worked on yourself, if you're trying to release something, if you feel like it's just too toxic for your life, and you're not getting through with this person, it's saying, I want to read one more thing. It's saying that because you were so energetically attached to this person, and that maybe God put this person in your life to teach you something. You feel like such a closeness to this person. You feel like you can never replace this person because the bond was so strong between the two of you that it's so hard to release and forgive and forget and let this person go, because you're afraid you'll never have that feeling back again. You're afraid that you'll never feel that way for anyone again. But I know this is not part of the reading, but I'm being called to say that there is something better out there. Once you release this person was just brought here to teach you something, and so you can release, and you taught them something, and it's just their job for them to heal themselves and to release whatever it is that God needs them to release from. So in order for you, if you're like always saying, I just want to let this person go, I want to get him out of my life, out of my head, I don't want to have these feelings anymore, it's not healthy for me. It's saying for you, the only way for you to release is to forgive the situation. So moving on. All right. Oh, and I'm knocking things down. Let's put that over there. So Moon Oracle. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to flash this 1 minute.